So I think the very best thing that we can do is to build the capacity of women, their leadership capacity, enable them to be effective. We all say they need to be at the table, and they do, but we don't do enough to enable them to be as effective as they can be when they get to the table.
A lot of very savvy organizations, I can think of several, when they're implementing their projects, are forming what they call community water boards, and there's a heavy emphasis to make sure that women are either leading or participating significantly in kind of the management and production of implementing a lot of the programming. My favorite example is an organization called the Global Women's Water Initiative, which is focused primarily in Uganda, led by a woman named Gemma Bulos, that's actually taking women who already play significant roles within their community, whether they work for a government or they're already a community leader in some capacity, and training them actually how to be a WASH advocate within their own government structure so that they can actually be part of the systematic change for improved services.
We first really look at what are the issues that IBM cares about and prioritizes around the world. And that has to do with the well-being of our employees, with our customers, and our markets around the world. So we'll look at issues like education, like workforce development, women's issues that we're here talking about today, and prioritize those issues and then look across the full portfolio of IBM Business. So this is deeply integrated with the business, where we say, what are the software tools like IBM Smart Cloud and our analytics software like SPSS and our consulting capabilities, and how do we bring all of those things that IBM brings to our customers, to the community, and focus them on social issues. It is nice for IBM to care about women's issues, but it really is a business imperative for us. We think it's critically important to have the diversity of women around the table. Many people know IBM as a technology company, but we really are an innovation company. And in order to innovate, we need women's voices around the table. We need them in the workforce. And then, as you said, as we look at our marketplace around the world, it is increasingly women who are having more buying power. And we want to make sure that we are targeting to have more women clients and filling that pipeline around the world.
When you go into a garment factory, what you'll find is while 80% of the workers are women, they're usually the line workers. And the further you go up the management ladder, the fewer women you see. And we recognize as a corporation that it was generally not because these women don't have the capacity to grow, to learn, they don't have the desire, they're very strong women, they want to grow, but they haven't been given opportunities. So PACE was designed to give that line worker in the factory the skills, the knowledge she would need to advance both in her personal life, so that she's communicating better at home, things are getting better at home, but also more importantly in business. Our ultimate goal is to positively impact the lives of as many women, families, and communities as we can. And we know now that by expanding outside of the factory walls, we have more access to even more women. And these are women that need these same skills. We are just about to launch the community program in Bangladesh, and it's in a community that's very close to many large garment facilities, not necessarily facilities that Gap Inc. is working with, but then what we think you're doing if we are working in those communities is we're creating a better educated supply chain. So for those women who might ultimately apply for jobs in a factory, they come with a greater depth of skills than they normally would. And that, we think, is beneficial to all of us.